I'm Kristen, this is Fabio, and this is our dog Yoda. We're looking for adventure and freedom in harbors unknown, but for now, we're starting in our own backyard. We sold our dream home of 16 years that we remodeled with love and attention to every detail, along with most of our possessions, and moved on to our Catamaran Wanderlust across the canal. We're a couple of dreamers with a longing to explore the world's natural wonders, food, and cultures. To live by the wind, current, and the sun. Click the subscribe button to come along for the ride. Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode. Yoda and I are hosting today because Fabio is recovering from COVID. Today is actually his last day in quarantine, so we're really excited that he's going to be able to come up and join us in the saloon and on our side of the boat and come up out of his den on the guest side. Of course, we're also very thrilled that he is feeling better, and he fared overall pretty well. So while we're excited for him to come out of quarantine today, I'll be hosting and Yoda has decided to run away. There are a number of things that we did to tailor the Seawind 1600 to our needs. Those creature comforts that you don't think about when living in a house on land. Maintaining a comfortable temperature inside the boat, reliable internet access, the ability to make water, and a comfortable mattress were the key aspects that were going to make our life comfortable aboard Wanderlust. For the times when we're on anchor for long weekends or vacations, we want to be able to make water, and the boat came with a Spectra Watermaker system. So not long ago, when we were on vacation in Biscayne Bay, we took that opportunity to set up the Watermaker and get it up and running.
We're going to try to start up our Spectra Watermaker for the first time. There is a brine inside. The system is pickled when it's not in use. We're going to remove that brine and then start making some water. We've never used this before. It's the first time. Little worried. We have somebody we can call in case we get in trouble.
Okay.
We're gonna start without him.
All right.
Alrighty. So first thing, through hole inlet valve and brine discharge are open. So saltwater pickup is open. Saltwater pickup is open. Hi JT, this is Fabio. I don't know if you remember, we spoke last week about starting up.
Yeah, I do remember speaking to you. I don't remember exactly what we spoke about, but I do remember.
Well, I have a Cape Horn Watermaker that's brand new. I haven't used it yet. So I'm looking at the instructions and I want to make sure I don't bust a hole somewhere. I just need some help to start it up. I read the instructions and I'm already stumped at the first line, which has open the through inlet valve and the brine discharge valve. I cannot find the brine discharge valve. It should
be brine discharge. Yeah, it really should have. It's not really a brine discharge valve. It's a pressure relief valve.
Oh.
Okay, and that's the one right on the Clark pump, the round knob on the Clark pump. You know where that one's at?
A round knob on the
Clark pump. That's the black pump. So much.
I have one thing that says Spectra Watermakers with a green tag that says do not remove this tag before starting.
Right, that's it. That's the pressure relief valve right there. Right where you see that green tag, okay, yeah. That's the pressure relief valve. Just unscrew that one turn. Just yank that tag, and then yank that tag off, the little string and a little gasket. Just throw that string and gasket away. It's just there for shipping.
Okay, alright.
Okay, now, that knob that you just loosened up, I want you to turn it all the way clockwise until it tightens, until you feel it touch, kind of grabbing.
Okay.
And when you feel it grabbing, I want you to back it off, unturn it one full turn.
Okay, now grab one turn, one full turn.
One full turn, right. What that does, that's the high pressure pump right there. That's going to pressurize the system. But with that open a full turn, it is not pressurized.
Yeah, right. That's
and your water maker comes shipped. Is it the system stored the chemical?
Yeah.
So we've got to purge that chemical out.
Yeah.
So that's and we can't do it with the system under pressure. That's why we open that valve.
Awesome.
Once that's open at that point in time, all you need to do now is start your two motors up and let them run, and you should see the water flowing through the system. Okay, you'll hear it, give it a chance to prime, and once it's running through the system in prime, let it run like that for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you're done at 30 minutes, then you close that pressure relief valve back down. And when you feel it grab, just give it a slight skosh. Okay? Now at that point in time, what you want to do is watch the pressure gauge and the flow meter. Okay, give the membrane a couple minutes to get all the air out of it. It'll take a few minutes and you'll start seeing a bunch of bubbles and air blowing in that little flow meter. And that ball bounces up and down, and eventually it'll become solid water. You get solid water, give me a call.
Oh, okay. So to turn.
Okay, then we'll see what this says, and then I'll tell you what's going on.
Oh, okie dokie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Fabio. We'll talk soon.
Thanks. What a nice guy. Turn feed pump module A. Sleeping. Good.
Oh dear.
And I can see that brine going up.
Is it leaking yet?
Yeah. Module B here. Now we're at this for 30 minutes. And here we can confirm the brine or the pickling part of the water maker coming out, purging out salt water basically. So the system has been purging for 30 minutes or more, and now I'm gonna follow the instruction of try not to bother JT again. So first we close the pressure relief valve, and the pressure should rise to 90 to 100 psi. The sampling to watch out. Water is flowing out of the sampling tube.
And it's leaking all over.
Okay. So we should have a bucket, I think.
Yeah, we should, because it's really leaking a lot.
So we have closed the pressure relief valve. The fresh water is coming out to the sampling tube. Let it run for a few minutes. It says here 10 minutes. 10 minutes starting now. Okay, 10 minutes have gone by. And we're gonna test the water, make sure there's no salt. The meter is on. We insert the meter in the water. Do like this to dislodge some air bubbles. No reading. Okay, there we go. Reading is 255. Hold. There again. 548. Not even close to what it should be.
Is this harder or easier than the physiology research I used to do?
Much harder. EC range 0 to 999. Okay. Alright. So what does it mean? So we have 561. Push hold it, hold it. No, it doesn't hold it, but. Tastes delicious. There's no salt whatsoever, but.
But what? But I don't see you drinking it.
No, I'm not sure if there's any glycol or some shit like that in there that it's gonna kill me, make me blind.
How does it taste?
Tastes fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it tastes perfect like water.
Wow.
It turns out that as long as it's below 750 micron per something.
ppm.
ppm. It's okay, and we are about at 550, so it's good. So now all I have to do is I close the sampling valve, divert the flow to the tanks, and both tanks are filling, and I've confirmed that by going inside the tank and listening to the water dripping. So we're making water. Woo! That's awesome. First time. Not that intuitive, but we made it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, right?
It wasn't too bad. No, pretty happy.
We received the boat at the end of July in South Florida, and that means extreme heat. We quickly realized that we were going to have exterior shades made in order to maintain a comfortable temperature inside the boat. We measured the temperature of the glass and it reached 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So the temperatures inside the boat while the air conditioning was running were above 80 degrees. It just couldn't keep up. And Rodney from Rodney's Marine Canvas saved my sanity. He provided a quality product at a reasonable price in a quick period of time. I really have to thank him immensely because he made our lives so much more comfortable. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, the fabric is called Solstice. It's made by a company named Spectra. It's from Europe. They make very high quality products. It has a tight weave, so it blocks 96% of the sunlight coming through and hence the heat and ultraviolet light. It's installed with self-adhering snaps called SNAT that are sold by the YKK Zipper Company. So there's no drilling in the boat. They are put on and with a very high bottom tape made by 3M Company. Very good product. They hold up really well. And it makes a huge difference on the inside of your boat.
I am so excited. Thank you so much. High on our priority list was ensuring we had reliable internet access, and this was the first project that we tackled ourselves. We installed an optimizer, which is similar to a router, and an antenna on the boat so that we can grab internet, any Wi-Fi within. The company claims, I believe, up to 6 miles. In our experience, we've grabbed Wi-Fi from the house where we're docked at. So we can't testify to the distance necessarily, but I think one of the issues we ran into when setting up the system was that we were grabbing so many signals that it was causing a bit of interference. So we had to reduce the power of the antenna a little bit in order to grab onto the Wi-Fi that we were trying to access. We are finishing up the install of a Redport long-range Wi-Fi extender. After a lot of research, we ended up going with this brand, one in part because the customer service rep was so knowledgeable and willing to help. He was really awesome.
This is the optimizer. This is the router and wireless distributor. We're going to install this somewhere here. You slide down the booth of the terminal in the cable. There it is. That's done. So after you cut them up to leave about a ½ an inch or so sticking of little wire sticking out, you want to line them up to have white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, and brown. So this is the it's going to be the tricky part, I think, because you have to stick them in there.
Where do you have to put them?
You have to stick them in this little thing here. Looks very tricky. So finally, I think we made it. It took a few attempts. You would think that by now they would have figured out a better way to make these Cat5 connections, but I think we did it. Okay, so here is the power with a direct contact to the battery. We hook it up to the optimizer. We have put an inline fuse, 5 amp fuse. And now it's time to power it up. Kristen, flip the switch. So we have power to the optimizer now. We're going to try to set it up now using the instructions provided by the company.
The mattress that came with the boat was very firm, and we prefer a softer mattress. I was able to go and visit the showrooms and speak to multiple people about the different types of mattresses available, and we eventually ordered a mattress with Handcrafted Mattress Company here in Fort Lauderdale. They make the mattresses right there in their showroom / manufacturing center, and the customer service was great. David Black was very knowledgeable, super helpful, and a big sailing enthusiast. Typically their lead time is 2 weeks. Due to COVID, it took a little bit longer, but I still think it was under 3 weeks, and they were just great. They first came out and measured our bed, so the actual platform, and made a template for the mattress. Then they took that back and they manufactured the mattress. 2 guys came, brought the mattress here, set it, made sure that I was happy with it, and we've been thrilled ever since. So thank you so much. We're really enjoying our new mattress and getting great sleep. Boat life has made me realize what my basic needs are. 1, sleep. 2, food. And 3, a comfortable temperature. Many people are able to do without most or all of these things, but I recognize that I get pretty cranky when I don't have all 3. So I think that's really important, recognizing what you need in order to make your life comfortable and enjoyable as a liveaboard sailor. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Fabio will be back with us next week. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ding the bell for notifications. We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment down below. We absolutely love interacting with everybody, and we're really, really excited about the community that is forming. So thanks again, and we'll see you next week.